Hey everybody, welcome back. People who tune in regularly know that I don't take life too seriously. There isn't much that torques me off. Life's too short to walk around angry. A little light humor, a little bit of science is usually all that's needed to debunk a stupid conspiracy theory. However, one of the things that grinds my gears is misinformation and bad advice when it comes to the medical and mental health professions. Today's idiot decided to stray into my backyard and spout nonsense about Asperger's syndrome. So without further ado, please welcome to the show, Validation Boy.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, dumbass.
Validation Boy here.
Yeah, I already told him who you were. So what kind of horseshit do you have for us today?
Is Asperger's even real?
Yes, it is. Why do you ask? Let me guess. You're going to beak off about something you know nothing about. Well, okay. I'm all about the freedom of speech. So come on, let's see what you got.
There are no biomedical indicators for Asperger's. There are no actual tests for Asperger's. There are literally no diagnostic criteria for Asperger's.
This is where having just a little knowledge can be dangerous. When we say biomedical indicators, we mean blood tests, x-rays, and physical exams. However, there are tests and diagnostic criteria. If you had read more than a single website, you would know that. Just like if you had bothered to read new peer-reviewed research from Boston University School of Medicine, you would know that new studies in brain imagery have found physical development discrepancies in people with Asperger's. And had you bothered to spend 2 minutes more of research, you may have found studies from Warwick University in the United Kingdom that shows promising results with predicting autism spectrum disorder through a blood test. So research into biomedical markers is being done with promising results. There are currently psychological tests and criteria for autism spectrum disorder based on many years of peer-reviewed research. Because, dumbass, psychology is a science. Of course, I don't expect an ignorant fool like you to understand that. I'm sure you're not finished spouting uninformed opinions yet, so go ahead, show us your ignorance.
The symptoms of this so-called condition are nothing more than a generic description of any child anywhere in the world.
Really? And where did you get your degree in early childhood development, or psychology, or medicine? Oh, that's right. You didn't. You work in a restaurant as a cook/busboy. Yeah, that qualifies as an expert here, doesn't it? Sure.
There are no legitimate forms of treatment available for Asperger's.
Really? Are you sure? Do tell.
The only thing they will do for someone with this alleged condition is send them to a shrink to talk about stuff.
You don't have any idea what you're talking about, do you? Asperger's, which is now part of the autism spectrum disorder, is treated through cognitive behavioral therapy and occasionally some medications. It is not just talking about stuff. It is a very long, involved process with many years of evidence and research to show its efficacy. Oh, small words for you. Efficacy. To show that it works, that it has substance and value.
The medical industry itself doesn't even take Asperger's all that seriously.
A patently untrue statement. What you mean to say is that medical science currently cannot cure these conditions.
It's not even listed as its own disorder. Is the entire thing just a hoax?
In the current DSM-5, Asperger's is now part of the autism spectrum disorder. So what? That doesn't make it fake. No, it's not a hoax. It's a real condition with real consequences to a person's life, which mental health professionals can help with.
Think about it. It's a unique condition that no doctor can accurately describe, and it grants the patient a free pass out of any social situation they don't feel like participating in.
Bullshit. Doctors and psychologists have described it in detail. Try reading the DSM-4, DSM-4-TR, and the DSM-5. You'll see plenty of diagnostic criteria. Let me guess, you're going to chalk this up to a character flaw and laziness. Careful, asshat. Your stupid is showing.
How convenient. It's almost like having a cheat code at life that everyone around you is awkwardly forced to play along with.
Cheat code in life? No, asshole, it's not a cheat code. For some people, these conditions can be very debilitating depending on the severity. It's not a character flaw. It's a brain wiring issue. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a brain that developed along the same lines. What's next? Blaming cancer patients for being sick?
This girl can clearly pick up on all kinds of social cues, but we're supposed to believe that this tool bag can't? I call bullshit. And why is it that most people who claim to have Asperger's don't seem to care about their hygiene or outward appearance? How big of a part does laziness and entitlement play in all of this?
No, now you're comparing apples and oranges. You can't compare cerebral palsy to autism spectrum. They are different things caused by different areas of the brain. What kind of hate-filled twat waffle says ignorant things like this? Didn't your parents teach you any better? There are many people with Asperger's who have become very successful in life, which is to say they've done more with their lives than bust tables for a living. You need to look in the mirror and gauge your own life satisfaction before beaking off at someone else.
Sure, small children can have natural quirks that they'll eventually outgrow. But if these issues persist for too long, then it's probably because the child's parents are encouraging it. At what point does the continued enabling of Asperger behaviors just become a strange variant of Munchausen syndrome?
It's obvious you don't know what Munchausen syndrome is. As friends of mine can tell you, raising a child on the autism spectrum is challenging and in no way meets the criteria for Munchausen. Engage your brain before engaging your mouth for once.
As always, much respect, and thanks for watching.
Much respect? You've got to be joking. Your whole video was nothing but disrespect and ignorant ramblings. Gracie, clean up on aisle 1. Well, folks, we're out of time. All of the research I referenced in this video, you can find links to in the description box to get you started. Thanks for watching. Till next time, have a great day.